Well, hello, dear students. Welcome back once again. In the previous lesson, we had completed the concept of constructor and destructor. In today's lecture, we are going to see the concept of inheritance. Let us move to the program. Before moving to the program, let us see a small portion of theory. What is inheritance? Inheritance in object oriented programming is when a class derives from another class. Yes, the child class which inherits all the public and protected properties and methods from the parent class, having its additional properties and methods, is called the concept of inheritance. An inherited class is defined by using an keyword extends. So in short, if you are having a parent class and if you want to have all the functionalities of that parent class to its derived class, its ancestor class, or its child class, then we are using the concept of inheritance. Let us see the program. Over here, I had created a class named PRT where I am having some variables number 1, number 2, and add. In the function, I am doing the addition of that number 1 and number 2. For doing addition, this is the syntax, and for printing that addition, this is the syntax. It's simpler. We are using this keyword to refer the variable within the class, and then we are printing the same. Now, what is inheritance? Over here, we had declared one another class called CHL, which extends PRT. So this is the keyword for extension of the base class, that is PRT. So first part of the syntax contains keyword class and the new class name, that is inherited class name, and the later part contains the keyword extends and the class name from which we are extending the CHL class. So PRT is a base class and CHL is the inherited class. Now, as I said in the definition, inherited class may have its own public privated method as well as the method which is it gets from its ancestor. So over here, in this case, I had not declared anything in the extended class, so it is empty, but we are extending the whole functionality of PRT as in OOP in C++, it is having all the members which is having class PRT. So this all the members which is public is also available public over here. All the members function member as a public is also available publicly over here. So next what we are doing, we are just calling by using creating a object of class CHL. See over here friends, we had created the object of extended class, that is not the base class but the child class, and then we called the method addition which is originally declared inside the base class. In the addition we are doing simply the addition, so it prints the addition of two numbers which is declared over here. Let us see the output. You have to first of course run the XAMPP. It is already running, so let us see the program. Inheritance. So you can see that it prints the addition. What is new to this session? We are simply not writing anything to the extended class. We are using whole functionality of base class inside this extension class. So we are calling the addition function which is originally declared in the base class. Now let us see a somewhat different version of this program. over here in this program, rest of the all things is similar, except I had declared a dollar public name variable and initialized with my name Paras. So it is having all the functionality of this PRT as well as its own variable also. Now what I am doing over here, if I am creating an object of base class and accessing the variable of child class, then it should not allow us to access the variable of child class, because in hierarchy PRT is a base class and CHL is a child class, inherited class. So as per OOP concept, the functionality of base class is inherited in child class, but the functionality of child class is not within the base class. So let us see what will be the output. Inheritance 2. So you can see that it shows the error that undefined property dollar name. Now if I make a little bit change over here, instead of PRT I will create the object of class CHL. Save it and then run once again. Now it is perfectly showing the output. I hope you getting what I want to explain from this two variation of the program. Now in the concept of inheritance only, let us see two more concept, multiple inheritance and multi-level inheritance. These concepts are very much crucial and essential in object-oriented programming and used in all the modern language development. Let us see with the help of figure what is multiple and multi-level inheritance. So as you can see, there are two type of inheritance. Multiple inheritance inherits the child class from multiple classes, multiple base classes. So over here A and B is multiple base class. So whatever functionality of class A is also in class C, and class B's functionality is also in class C. As well as the class C can be also has its own methods and variables. That is multiple inheritance. Now multi-level inheritance. Basically we are creating level of inheritance in multi-level inheritance. So A is a base class which is inherited by class B. So it is intermediary class, and class C again inherits class B. So class C is derived class, B is intermediary class, and A is base class. So basically derived class C is having all the functionality of class B as well as class A. It is called multi-level inheritance. But of course, whatever access specifier you are using, depending on that, it defines which kind of variable as well as method you can access in multiple and multi-level inheritance. Access specifier, let me show you access specifier. We discussed it earlier, but for the revision purpose, we can see public members. Public members can be accessed everywhere. So from outside class, from within class, from another class which implements its class declaration, we can use the public members. Private member is privileged to that particular class only. So it can be used within that class only and not can be used by inherited class. Whereas in the case of protected members, you can use the methods as well as variables in the inherited class also. But if it is a protected, then some layer of abstraction must be there in the multi-level inheritance. Now For the detailed discussion of this access specifier, I recommend you to this reading of tutorial points in object-oriented programming in PHP. As well as for practical purpose, you can visit the W3 schools and the concept of inheritance, and from beginning you can also go from what is OOP. So that's it about the theory. Let us see the practical now. In the multiple inheritance, I had created first of all a base class PRT having the same declaration as in the previous example. Now I created two class. First CHL which extends PRT, then CHL2 which extends again PRT. So this is what multiple inheritance. That means we are extending the CHL and CHL2 class by this PRT. What we are doing in the CHL, we are defining a public variable number 3 with the value 50, and CHL2 we are defining its own variable number 4 with value 100. Now we are creating the variable of last class which we inherits, million, and we print the value of same. Let us see the output. Yes, multiple. So you can see the output over here. So whatever we had declared over here inside the extended class, that can be accessed using this method. Now let us see the example of multi-level inheritance. In the case of multi-level inheritance, what we are doing, we had created a base class, then we created and child class CHL which extends the PRT. Next, what we had done, we had created one another class CHL2 which extends CHL, that is CHL extended by PRT and CHL2 extended by CHL. That is multi-level inheritance. Now in the case of CHL2, we didn't declare anything, and though we are accessing using declaring the object of CHL2 variable of CHL base class, that is intermediary class. Now let us see the output for the same multi-level, and yes, you can see the output that we had printed the value whatever has been passed over here. So that is multi-level inheritance. So that's it for today's lecture. In today's lecture, we had seen the concept of inheritance, multiple inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and different type of access specifier. Once again, I am repeating, you can visit these two websites for detailed theoretical clearation of inheritance. I will little bit fast in object-oriented programming concept of PHP, assuming you had already learned it in OOP C++. And that's it for inheritance. See you in the next session.